Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about what for loops and Python programming language. Why is for loop used and how do they work? First of all, what exactly is a for loop? For loop in Python is used to iterate over a sequence of data such as a list, tuple, string, or even a range of numbers. So how do we create a for loop in Python? Just using the word for. That is how we create for loop, and then we can try to iterate over. Let's write. Okay, come on, let's see that. So what are the uses of for loop? Help us to iterate through over a list of elements, right, instead of splitting and writing them out. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's create a variable x, a list. Let's say I give it values 1 2 3 4 5 6. For example, if I want to print all the values inside there, how do I do that? I have to say print x, there's 0, which I know in the 0 is going to give me 1. So I have to do the same thing for 2, or I can say 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, let's say 0, there's 1 2 3 5. So you can see, for me to print out all the values that's inside this of x, I have to write them, print them out manually. Let's run and see that. As you can see here, I was able to iterate through every element that is in this variable of x. Well, let's say in a situation whereby our values are large. So if the values are large, the values are longer or more than this, are you expecting me to keep on writing this print x index? No. It's going to be really hectic and stressful for us. So that's where for loops come into play. For loop just help us to iterate through every element that is inside here. So how do you do that in Python? Just simple, just say for, let's say for y. Remember that this y is just a variable. Yeah, and remember, a variable can be any value of you, just as far as it's not a Python keyword and it doesn't begin with a number. And you can separate variables using the underscore, not dash. So for y in x, what is happening here is that 4 is straight through everything that is here. That's what this for is for. And when is iterating, it needs to be stored somewhere. When I try to print out, let's say initially when I try to print out x in the 0, which is going to give me 1. Let's say let's say I've created a variable, let's say y. It's going to be this s in the 0. So here I'm going to write y. So when I get y, it's going to give me, when I print y, it's going to give me 1. So that is what this variable y just does, just to hold the iteration on the run process. As this for loop is iterating through this list, it's being stored inside of this y variable. So I can now print out my y. So just like that, I can see when I run it, I still get the same output as initially. But now I can add as much as I want without the stress, without me writing multiple print statements. The for loop is straight through each of every element here, and then it gets printed out on the screen. If you're wondering why I put this colon at the end, this colon signifies that this is a control structure, and anything speaking start is a control structure, and it tells Python that this is the beginning of a block of code. But if you don't get it right now, don't worry. As we go on this series, you're going to understand it very much. Remember, I said it can for loop used to iterate through a sequence, not just only list. It also do for tuple. I know that tuple open and close bracket just like this. I can still do the same thing, I still get the same output. As you can see here, when I run it, I still get the same output. We can also do for string. Let's say write a string Peter for example, then run it. As you can see, Peter. So just iterate at the initial stage. It went to initial stage, it print it, at initial stage, it went to this else variable. It went to index 0, then it got printed out. It went to index 1, got printed out. It went to index 2. So it kept on doing the same thing till it got to the last index. That was after that it stopped. So your for loop really important. Are they really necessary? Like I can see at the beginning of this tutorial, when I have to manually print out each and every element in the variable x using the print function and then using the indexing method. It can be really tiring, but with the help of for loops, it makes things easier for us. For loops have a whole lot of advantages, not just to iterate through a list of elements or a sequence of elements or a sequence of data or tuple of or string or ranges of number. We can also try to tweak this and make it our own advantage. Which when we do a project on tic-tac-toe game, we are going to make use of this for loop really well, and this and some of other things we have learned in this series to make the tic-tac-toe game. So I think this is it for this video. If you find there is anything I need to cover that I didn't put in this video, you don't hesitate to let me in the comment section below. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe. If you find this video worth sharing, don't hesitate to share with your friends who might be in need of it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.